everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The water's high, the weather's great, so let's go for a paddle. I don't know if you guys can see that bald eagle. It has been a great morning out on the water so far. I'm just going to wet the old line here a few more times, then probably run that next set of rapids, then look for somewhere to stop for some lunch. Oh, I got something. Oh, I got away. Bugger. I'll get you though. much of the trip. And he goes rolling, rolling down the white water. I've made it to my campsite for the first night. It's about 7:30. Got about 3 hours of sunlight left, so I'm going to relax for a little bit. Then scrounge up some firewood, and then get camped together and get some supper on. It took a while to get set up because the mosquitoes were eating me alive when the sun was going down. It's about 9 o'clock now. This is Hall's Brook. I've got my supper cooking now. Some homemade chicken soup. It's now breakfast time on day 2. I've got some hard-boiled eggs, an apple, and a breakfast bar. Attention, Timmy of Tim Hortons, you have misplaced your hat. Timmy of Tim Hortons, you have considerably misplaced your hat. It is getting on lunchtime now. I've got the campsite all cleaned up. I built the fire pit back up a little more, split some firewood up, cleaned my tent all up. Now, I've been watching fish jumping over in that brook all morning, so I think I'm going to paddle out there and see if I can catch a trout for lunch. I only caught a couple chubs, so I guess it's back to the campsite for another turkey wrap. In addition to the St. Croix being an international border and a Canadian heritage river, it also has a rich history of logging. The last log run was only done here in about the mid-70s. You can still see the evidence of it scattered all along the riverbed, the whole way down the river, even 50 years later. On the supper menu for night 2, it's some rehydrated sausage and sweet potato and kale. That's day 2, almost in the books. I just chilled around the campsite here today. Did a little reading, cleaned the campsite up some, did some fishing. The mosquitoes get really bad here right around sunset, so for the last probably 2 hours I've just been laying in the tent reading my book. Now I'm going to get the fire going and probably have myself a snack. Up to day 3 now. It's a little windier than it has been the last 2 days. Breakfast time, I've got some dehydrated eggs, sausage, and mushroom that I brought from home. It's been a great couple days at this campsite, but I gotta keep moving downriver, so it's time to break camp and hit the water again. We want to maintain places like this for as long as we can, so remember, if you pack it in, you can pack it out, and always leave every campsite in better shape than you found it. I just arrived at Little Falls. This is about a 200-meter long Class 3, Class 4 rapid, depending on how high the water is. The water's pretty high right now, and I'm about 30 pounds lighter than I normally am because I was so sick back in May. So I think I'm just going to play it safe and just portage around, or portage for you American viewers. I don't have the strength I normally have right now, so being that I'm alone, I think it's the best thing to do. I hope I can get everything in 2 carries. It might be 3. We'll see. It's about 7 p.m. now. I've made it to my campsite for the third day. This is Tyler Rips. It's up off the bank and sheltered so I can get away from that wind that I've been fighting with all day. I've already got camp all set up. I just have to chop up some firewood now and then I'll get my supper on. Beautiful view from here though. Excuse my rough looking map, this thing's seen a lot of trips down this river with me. So I put in here the first day in Vanceboro, traveled all the way down through here the first day. I put in a lot of time on the river the first day. Stayed here at Hallsbrook the first night and last night. Left from there this morning, went down to Little Falls. I portaged around Little Falls because that's where people most commonly flip on this river. Knock on wood, I've never flipped there, but as I said, I got really sick back in May. My strength's not what it usually is. I'm by myself, so I thought it was safer just to portage around. Got back in on the other side, came down through here. I am now here at the campsite at Tyler Rips. Once I leave here, I will be going eventually to Gravel Island. That will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, where my Jeep will be waiting for me. Another serving of sweet potato with dehydrated sausage and kale tonight for supper. You can't get a much better dinner view than that. Mid-afternoon on day 4 now. I've got the campsite all cleaned up. I fished for about half an hour. I didn't even have a bite. It's a little breezy, a little cooler than it's been the last few days, so I think I'm just gonna kick back in my tent, read a little more in my book, then maybe pull this head wrap down over my eyes and take a nap. I had bought a ham steak to go with some dehydrated vegetables on night 2, but unfortunately I forgot that at home in the fridge, so my other 2 suppers got moved up a night. So it's a good thing I brought this Mountain House chicken teriyaki, because it's what's for supper tonight. I'm not a huge fan of these. Mountain House is usually pretty good. It's all I had in the cupboard though, but right now I'm thankful I brought it. I'm guessing this is the work of the woodpecker that acted as my alarm clock this morning. It's the morning of day 5 now, the last day of the trip. All good things must come to an end. I'm sad to go, but I am excited to get home and see Jessica. I haven't talked to anybody in 5 days now except for you guys, so that'll be nice for my own sanity. It's a beautiful day. It's more overcast than it's been the last few days, but it's going to be a great day on the river. It was a great trip overall. I'm really thankful that I got to get out and do this, especially considering there was a tornado warning the day before I left. I couldn't have asked for better weather. After 5 days, there it is, my destination. Well, that's another trip in the books. Can't wait to get home and take a shower. The trip went well, except coming back to find a flat tire on my Jeep. But other than that, everything went great. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on Instagram at Waterborne Camper. I love chatting with people. Until next time, I'll see you on the water for another adventure.